Your best looking ad is probably your worst performing ad. Now, you paid for the photo shoot, clean lighting, white background, perfect product, and the ad that's beating it is a 22-second clip that a customer filmed on her iPhone in her kitchen. That's UGC, or user generated content. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to get started with UGC ads for e-commerce, how to find creators, what to put in the brief, how to test it on meta ads, and how to know if it worked. Now, there's one step in here that almost nobody does, and it costs nothing. And it's the difference between usable footage and a hard drive full of junk. Now, for those of you that are new here, I'm David. I'm from Paratino Digital. I've been in the e-commerce game for 8 years. I bootstrapped my own e-commerce brand to 7 figures. I've worked with some of the biggest e-commerce brands in the world, and I've spent over $100 million on meta ads. So I've made all the mistakes in the world so that you don't have to. And I make videos like this weekly, sometimes multiple throughout the week, so that you can obtain all this knowledge for free. So if it's valuable, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you never miss out. All right, so here's what I see in almost every single ad account that I take over. There's a folder of great studio footage and creative that costs real dollars, and it is flatlining in the ad account. Meanwhile, some rough clip from an actual customer is actually doing a lot of the work. Now, that's not a knock on your photo shoot, not to say that you shouldn't be doing those, right? It's just that people tend to scroll past highly polished ads and ads that look like ads, right? But they stop for people. And if your cost per purchase is climbing and your click rate is under 1%, your creative is almost always the reason. Not your targeting, not your bidding, not the algorithm being weird this week, right? And here's the part that matters. The brands winning right now aren't the ones with the prettiest assets. They're the ones testing 2 to 4 times more angles every single month, because creator video is cheap enough to test that often. So here's the map, 6 steps. Number 1, what UGC actually is. Number 2, how to find creators. Number 3, how to write the brief. Number 4, the 4 formats that convert. Number 5, how to test it in meta. And number 6, how to read results. And we're going to dive into each one specifically, starting with number 1, what UGC actually is. Let's clear something up, because this is where people burn cash. UGC is a format, not a person. It means the ad looks like a real person made it on their phone. A real room, real voice, vertical, a little rough, not fully polished, right? That's it. There's 3 things that it's not. Number 1, it is not influencer marketing. You're not paying for someone's audience. You're paying for footage on your own. Unless you're doing partnership ads, which is a different strategy, which you should be doing, which I'll dive into in my next video. But for UGC, you're paying for footage that you actually own, right? Number 2, it's not free. A decent creator runs $80 to $250 a video, right? And honestly, that's cheap, because your return on ad spend is going to be significantly more than if you run it from your own, if you run your own UGC, typically, right? And that's less than an hour of the photographer's time. But the right people are trained in how to make this content. So don't look at it as just an expense. Look at it as the same way you look at your customers, right? What is the lifetime value of that ad? What is the expected lifetime value of that ad? So it's also not a one-off, right? You want to build an army of creators that love your brand and that you can go to repeatedly and pay them, right, for content, just like you do with inventory. And the right way to be thinking about this, guys, is you want to set it up so that you make money and they make money. And you want your creators to be making a ton of money, right? Because that means you're making money. And don't be cheap with it. Don't be cheap with it. You want to compensate your best creators. And the best brands that do this are, spending thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars a month, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars a month on this type of stuff. And I was actually just at a conference where one of the brands there, Frostbuddy, founder, was saying that his top creators, he's paying $30,000 a month. And he is completely fine doing it because he wants to make them as much money as possible. He's paying hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars each month in creator commission, but he is completely fine with that. He doesn't look at that as an expense. He looks at that as a pipeline of creative that can come in, that's authentic, that comes from creators' accounts, and it's real UGC. It's genuine. So step number 2 is, where do you actually find creators, right? I'm going to give you 4 sources, with the cheapest first. Start at the top before you spend another dollar. So your own customers. If you're an e-commerce store just starting out, you should be calling all your customers, right? You should be doing handwritten notes. You should be doing things that give you as much feedback as possible to inform the next batch, right? So when I was running my e-commerce brand, Kingsfield Fitness, I wrote handwritten notes for every single order. I called customers. I was very involved, and you can get a ton of UGC from your existing customers. And guys, customers love when you reach out, especially if you're the founder. Like, that means the world to them. It's going to help you with referrals. It's going to help you with repeat purchases. It's going to help you with stuff like this, right? And it'll help you with, even more importantly, or just as importantly, is market feedback, right? They'll tell you why they bought the product, what ad they saw, how it made them feel, right? And that, you can use that information to inform your next decision. Number 2 is tagged Instagram posts. Go to your Instagram, look at what's tagged, right? Reach out to those people. Number 3 is the creator marketplace, right? There's Billo, Incense, Trend, right? There's Fast, Reliable, and Simply Generic. And now Meta actually has the creator marketplace in Meta Ads natively, which is what I do for my clients. I help them reach out to the right creators in their niche that would be a good fit to represent their brand. And number 4 is local micro creators, right? So if you live in a big city, search your city plus your niche, right? And you'll be able to, you can use AI and try and find these people, right? So there's 4 ways to do it. And this one really matters, right? You need to get full usage rights in writing every single time, right? You can save a template, kind of tweak it per each person, but you want to get explicit consent for full usage rights every single time. Because if you can't run it as a paid ad, then you didn't actually buy the content. You bought a hobby. Now, you don't want that. So step number 3, the brief. This is a big one, right? This is not a set and forget strategy, right? Especially at the start, you need to iterate your brief. You need to have a feedback loop and make it better and better and better, right? Like, you need to, and it helps to have somebody who's done this before with your initial brief. But, you know, most brands just send product out and ask for UGC back, right? And then they get garbage back. And then they wonder why it doesn't work in the ad account, right? If you just email a creator and say, make a video about our product, you're not going to get good quality footage. So here's what you say instead, right? You want to write the hook yourself, line for line. Something like, I stopped buying X after I found Y, right? Something like, 3 reasons why I bought X, right? Give them the hook. The hook is the most important thing, first 3 seconds, especially for video ads. Number 2 is, you want 1 problem, 1 benefit, right? Not 5 features, not a million different things about your product. You want 1 problem and 1 benefit per ad. Number 3 is, you want a shot list. You want 4 to 6 shots, right? Maybe product in front of your face, product in your hand, product in use, unboxing, right? Result, close up. 4 to 6 different shots, right? If you're sending somebody product, it doesn't hurt to ask for a few statics as well, in addition to the video. Number 4, this is one that one of my biggest brands still misses to this day. And we're working on this because sometimes creators forget. But you want the video in vertical format, 9:16, so it can be fit nicely in reels. And you want no music, because a lot of music is licensed and you can't use in ads, right? You can have captions. You can add those later if you want, but if you're running partnership ads, have them do captions. If you're going to run it through your own account, you can edit and make iterations with your own captions, right? And then number 5, ask for 3 different hook variations, right? So something simple like, I stopped using X after Y, right? And then it can be the same exact video after that. You could do another hook saying, after looking for X in this category, I finally found this, right? And just ask for 3 different hooks, right? It only takes them a handful of seconds to do. And it's the hook is the most important thing, right? I said it before, I'll say it again. Now, the first 3 seconds, like I mentioned, decide, whether 25% watch, 30% watch, 40% watch, and that hook rate, that 3-second video views divided by impressions is extremely valuable as a leading indicator to performance. And that leads us to step number 4, right? Do not just shoot 4 random videos, shoot each one of these, right? Testimonial ads, problem solution ads, unboxing, demos, founder, story or reply, right? I'm seeing in my ad accounts, problem solution work really well, testimonials usually work well, unboxing works well, and founder videos, typically those who are like shooting videos, replying to customers, right? Or they're on phone calls, talking to customers about why they bought the product and they're recording it, right? Those can be extremely valuable. Now, you got the footage. Here's how to test it. And I want you to keep this boring on purpose, right? 1 campaign, sales objective, nothing clever. 1 ad set, broad, let Meta find the people. 4 to 6 ads inside it, 1 per creative. Same copy, same offer, same landing page on every single one. Budget to start, depending on your brand, can be whatever, but $25, $50, $100 a day, right? And if you're running 20 a day across 6 ads, you're really not going to get any learnings. So it depends on, the number of ads. You want that budget to get enough statistical significance, right? And leave it alone for at least 7 days, because every time you edit an ad set, you reset the learning phase and you throw away your own data. And the only rule that matters here, and this is true in any testing, right? Whether it's e-commerce, whether it's ads, whether it's anything in life, really. If you're testing your diet, right? You're testing your nutrition, you're testing your exercise. You want 1 variable per test so you can actually know what's working and what's not. And the only one thing that should be changing in these testing campaigns and these ads is the video content, right? You change the content and the headline, you don't know what worked, right? So you change one thing at a time. You're not changing the video and the landing page. You're changing just the video first, right? Creative drives 90% of the value on Meta, right? So start with the highest impact, highest likelihood of probability of return, right? And then go from there. So after that, 7 days later, here's how you read it. 3 numbers in this order. And most people just jump to the last one and kill good creative way too early. So number 1, hook rate. This is 3-second video views divided by impression. You want 25% or better. A great ad is 30, 35, 40%, right? And after that, you want to look at your hold rate. And that's through plays divided by 3-second video views. Also 25% plus, right? Below this, the middle drags out. And then third, you want to look at your cost per purchase or your ROAS. This is the number that actually pays the bills. You want to judge it at day 7, not day 2. And again, an experienced media buyer will look at a ton of different metrics in addition to these and be able to inform ad spend data, be able to read ad spend data a lot clearer and a lot quicker than somebody else. So, and then last but not least, when something wins, don't just increase this budget 5 times, right? Do things like duplicate a winner into a new ad set, and I typically increase ad spend 20% at a time, right? Because if you increase it too much, Meta will struggle to find those new impressions, and as a result, your CPMs will go up, your cost per clicks will go up, your click rate will go down, your CAC will go up, right? Your cost per added cart will go up. All these leading indicators of performance will go up. And so make sure that you look at these numbers in this order and do not turn your ads off too quickly. Now, before I wrap up, here's some rookie mistakes. 5 ways I watch brands burn their first UGC budget. Number 1 is buying just one video. One video is like flipping a coin, right? You need to budget for at least 4. Number 2 is letting the creator write the hook. They don't know your brand. They don't know your buyer. You do, especially if you're a smaller brand. If you're the founder, you know your brand more than anybody else. You need to write the hook for them. Number 3 is slapping your logo on the first frame. That screams ad and people just scroll. Let it look organic. That is the benefit of UGC. Number 4 is judging it after 48 hours. That's noise, not data. Number 5 is treating it as a one-time project. Creative always fatigues, always, right? You should be treating this like you treat inventory. You want a monthly pipeline of creators or it's worth nothing. And if you take one thing from this video, take this. UGC is not a creative decision. It's a volume decision. And the brand that tests it the most and tests the most angles and the most avatars and the most concepts with UGC, with partnership ads, wins. So here's the 6 steps one last time. You're gonna buy footage, not followers. You're gonna email your own customers first or call them. You're gonna write the hooks yourself. You're gonna shoot problem, solution first. Then you're gonna go to the other 4 pieces of content. You're gonna have one variable. You're gonna have $50 to $100 a day and you're gonna let it run for 7 days. Right? And then you're going to focus on the hook rate, the hold rate, and the CPA or the ROAS. So look, here's what I want you to do now. If you made it to the end of this video, you're obviously interested in meta ads. And if you comment the word UGC below, I'll send you the exact creator brief that I use for my clients. The short list, the hook framework, the usage rights, language, right? All of it for free. And if you want me to actually look at your ad account and tell you what's broken, send me a DM on LinkedIn or X. And if this was useful, please subscribe. I put out meta ads and e-commerce videos like this every single week. So go find 4 customers and send those emails today or give them a call today. And I will see you on the next video. Cheers.